Hi guys. Don't know how clear this is. Alright, 1 second. No, Aurora, not in here. Right. Kids are very loud today. I'm wondering how long we can last without the kids running in, jumping on top of me, attacking me. So I've had an interesting day today. I'm glad to be back. As soon as I get home, the dryer stops working, the tumble dryer. And so I spent the last 2 hours fixing the tumble dryer. So we did a live tonight. I was chuffed with the live. I'll tell you about it in a sec. I just want to give you guys a bit of a chance to join. Hi, Stacey. Yeah. Right. I'm just so Nadia. Is Nadia here? So we've got Yvette. Hi. Hi, Yvette. Nadia's on. Now, Nadia has been so kind tonight. I'm trying to get it up, but Nadia has managed to start a Team Elvis channel that is called. Let me try and find it. My kids are out there. Oh, the kids are on fire tonight. They're loud. They're loud and proud. So Nadia has managed. Hi, Nadia has managed to start a Facebook channel called Defending Elvis Presley Fans Want the Truth. Obviously, our lovely channel that we are all part of. You can't see it, but my guess is that if you type in Defending Elvis Presley Fans Want the Truth, it will come up. So, of course, I've joined it. Oh, my God, was watching Shauna an eye-opener. She's got a brilliant channel. When you say watching Shauna, which you mean her most recent video, Yvette? Hi, Louis. Let's have a look. Louis Colleen. Yeah, and do you know what? I did a live stream today. It is called, let's have a look, Yvette. Let's have a look. It is called Elvis Presley Was Not an Addict. Elvis Presley was not an addict. And Shauna joined our channel, which I was chuffed with. I think it's a really good thing if any Elvis channels mix with each other. I think it's really good. I think we should all support each other. So it looks to me like Shauna joined in with everyone. So Shauna, if you ever watch this particular live, thanks for joining in. I watch Shauna, I watch Rhonda, I watch Elvis Rare Photos, Elvis is the Man. There's quite a few. I think there's about 12 channels that I watch that I think are all good. Is it the Memphis Mafia Kid? I'm trying to remember them all. Now my mind's gone blank. I definitely think we should all have each other's back. I can hear my dog squealing away on these channels because we've all got the same goal, haven't we? We're all just trying to... Hi, Shirley. We're all just trying to really support Elvis and show support for Elvis, show our love for Elvis. Now, there's a slight different twist on our channel because we really push the defending Elvis bit, don't we? Hi, Colleen. Hi, Teresa. Teresa, let me know where you're from. Please remind me. And Shirley, let me know where you're from. Please remind me. Some just certain names I haven't seen that regularly. So I didn't really have a subject. There was a few things. I know this morning we were talking all about the Bridget Cruz lawsuit, Priscilla's countersuit. We were talking about Barry Siegel, and then when he took over, how he took over. We also talked about Bill Filliman, the guy who bought Elvis Presley Enterprises in 2005. Is that right? I'm trying to get my years right. So we're sort of going through that. I don't think I've had any more messages from Bridget Cruz. I'm just double checking, but let's have a look. Obviously, I've been out all day, so I can't 100% say. No, I don't see any more. Be interesting to know if Bridget Cruz messaged any other channels other than Shauna's channel and this channel. I just would like to know if she did. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's unusual for such a high-profile person that's in litigation, in a lawsuit, to reach out the way she has. It is a bit unusual, but I'm fine with it, guys. It keeps everything interesting, doesn't it? So I thought what we could do, because I haven't got a topic, I thought I would just go through some of your comments. Let's read what you're saying first. So Nadia, let's have a look. So you guys, you're so good to me. We've got Nadia sets up the Facebook page, defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth, which I'm chuffed with. And then many of you are sending me loads of links, like Deborah does. Deborah sends me links. Susan, let's have a look. Let's go back a bit. You're all helping me. We've got Deborah Diggs sends me links. Rose Finney sends me links. Sue Shannon sends me links. Obviously, Nadia does as well. So I'm like, sometimes Philomena does. Sometimes Natividad does. So it does help. It does help because sometimes I click on these links. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea for a live. Because I do sometimes struggle with thinking, what topic am I going to choose for a live stream like tonight? Because I haven't had time. So let's have a look. So let's read some comments. So 3 members on our Facebook group. Is that is that you, Team Elvis? Yeah, Team Elvis, get on the Facebook group. Defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. Why not? Oh yes, Shirley says she watches Elvis, the Ultimate Fan. Let me just get that up. I think I'm a member of that. Let's have a look. Or a subscriber. I love them all. I love them all. Let's get it up. Is there any others that you recommend, guys? Well, here we go. It's coming up. Yep, I am a member. Yeah, oh, I know. He's the guy that does all the competitions. Let's have a look. Let me just show you. He's the guy that does all the competitions. So I have a feeling he has more than one channel, this guy, because I've seen a couple of other channels that are using, and it's his voice. So I have a feeling he's got more than one channel. Let's do a comment on there. I'll say hi, everyone. And then I'll put Team Elvis. Team Elvis. Right, so let's have a look. So we've got... I am from SI. What is SI? I'm Southwest UK. I am near Bristol. Hello, still working on Orange County, Florida. Still searching. Oh, don't worry, Deborah. It's okay. To be honest with you, I'm not big on court documents. I find them a bit boring to read. So I'd rather just wait for the highlights to come out when the tabloids and the internet channels release them, like TMZ and people like that. I'm like, Did Shauna do a live today? I think she did last night, and it was about Bridget Cruz. But today we did a live, and Shauna joined in with us, and she was great. Unfortunately, I couldn't read the comments because it wasn't working, but I've read them now because I've gone back through them. This is the live we did that is called Elvis Presley is not a drug addict, or not an addict. Yeah. And she was on that. She was chatting with all of you guys. I thought she was great. She joined in. She was funny. And I'm just chuffed that a big channel has joined our small little channel. I think it's great. So if you watch the live stream back, Deborah, and there's a way where you can move the comments across, so you see the comments from the live stream. So you have the normal comments, and then you slide it across. It's got two little black dots. You slide it across, and it lets you read the live stream comments, and then you can go through it all. It's quite interesting. So I'm just, any Elvis channel that joins us in our lovely small little channel that we have with Team Elvis, I like it. I'm chuffed. I'm always happy to help promote any Elvis channel. That's how I feel. Yeah, that's tonight, is it? Yeah, I'll watch that, Yvette. I'll watch that. But it's 9 o'clock American time, isn't it? So that will be like 3 in the morning British time, is it? Or is it 10, 11, 12, 1? But actually, maybe a bit earlier. Nadia, how many we got? Come on, let's have a look. Let's get on there, man. We have got, does it tell you? 6 members. You're going for it. I've sent Louis a recent interview with Priscilla. I believe she said her father and Cary Grant were friends. Actually, do you know what? You've just reminded me, Nadia. I've always wanted to find an interview that shows someone else other than me saying about the Mike Stone affair and the Steve Peck affair in 68 and 71. And the other night, I was just faffing around, and it could have been sent to me by a subscriber. Let's have a look. See if I can find it. And I did find 2 clips. Let me see if I can find them. I've got so many. I'd be lost without this phone, because this phone keeps everything for me. Aha! It was on a channel called Taste Pop, I think. Let's have a look. Elvis was a key. Hang on. Right, I remember I was going to play these to you this morning, and I forgot. Now, I don't exactly know what they're going to say. Let's have a listen. Daughter, Lisa, are you ready? Was born on February 1st, 1968. Hang on. Let's go back to the beginning. Hang on, that's not the beginning. Stop. Pause. Now. Right, let's start again. Now, I'm not exactly sure what it's going to say, but I remember it's interesting. It is someone else's clip. I've only took a very small section, so I hope they don't mind. Taste Pop, I think they're called. Taste Pop. Let's have a look. Let me find it. Come on, here we go. More. Let me pause that. Now, listen to the wording that guy said. Now, obviously, he mentions that Priscilla has admitted the affair with Steve Peck, the dance instructor, in 1968 was at the same time as the filming of Love a Little, Live a Little, or Live a Little, Love a Little, whatever. But he also says that she says that Elvis had once said he wouldn't sleep with a woman that's had a child. Now, do you see the wording of that? She said, she mentions. Now, we don't know that Elvis ever said that. We don't know that. I'm going to play that bit again. And this is what I'm trying to say. This is what I keep saying, guys. Every single thing in this book is what Priscilla said. And I'll explain it, actually. I had this conversation with my brother the other day. Right. Let's see if we can go through that.
Love a little. She sought solace in private dance lessons. These sessions, led by an instructor referred to as Mark in the book, ignited a brief affair. Despite confessing to the dalliance, Priscilla expressed regret, acknowledging, "I came out of it realizing I needed much more out of my relationship with Elvis," claiming he wanted her to have ample time to recover. However, as Priscilla later disclosed, he had mentioned before we were married that he had never been able to make love to a woman who'd had a child.
See, so his way of putting it, as Priscilla later disclosed. See, this is the problem, guys, that Priscilla has been allowed to say whatever she wants, and we actually don't know if Elvis ever said it. So, guys, seriously, hi, Helen. We don't know if Elvis ever said it. And this got me thinking, because my twin brother was talking about Elvis meeting Priscilla at the age of 14. And he was saying, how do we know what truly happened between Priscilla and Elvis when Priscilla was 14, when Elvis was 24? And we don't know. This is what I was trying to say to my brother. We don't actually know. No one was behind closed doors. Even the Memphis Mafia or any family members in Germany in 1959 don't actually know what happened. We even don't know if they actually did go up to the bedroom. Because if you go by her book, the book says that Elvis would give her a little look. She would go up first, then he would follow. Yeah? If any of you guys read that in the Elvis and Me book, but how do we even know that happened? So what I'm trying to say is that there's loads of things in this book. We could go through the pages. We could pick out something. Yeah. And then, Priscilla said, blah, blah happened. Yeah. But how do we know it happened? Now, one of the things that Priscilla says, guys, is that Elvis gave her let me see if my brother actually sent it me. One of the things that my brother sent me was that Elvis, right, here we are. Right, I'll read it to you, right? So let me just quickly check your comments, because I can see you guys having a little chatter. Said she wasn't ready for a relationship in Germany. Right, so this is what my brother sent me. Me and my brother were having a discussion, and what we were saying to each other was, is anything that Priscilla said that happened in that house in Germany true? Or is it just she's written it, put it in her book, and then it's treated as being true? And because my brother was trying to go, well, did they just peck, or was it more than a peck? And I think this is quite common with people that that have a negative opinion of Elvis. So, yeah, Yvette, and this is obviously what is said in Child Bride. But look, let me read the thing that my brother sent me. So, you're so pretty, honey. And then we'd kiss long, deep, passionate kisses. Now, so she is saying that Elvis said, you're so pretty, honey. And then she is saying, and then we would kiss long, deep, passionate kisses. Okay? Now, that gives the impression that a 24-year-old man is kissing a 14-year-old girl. But what I say is this, and this is why we're called Defending Elvis. Fans want the truth. We don't know if that happened. We do not know if Elvis gave her a long, passionate kiss. It's possible that he just gave her a kiss hello and a kiss goodbye, because she would come to the house. Obviously, it's like you give someone a quick cuddle, a kiss hello. Spend the evening with them, whatever you're doing, with the Memphis Mafia and other members of the family. We even know that I think Minnie May was there. Yeah. And Vernon was there, wasn't he? And then when it's time for her to get driven back to her parents' house in Germany, you give her a kiss goodbye. Now, an infatuated girl that is in awe of Elvis is going to call it a long, passionate kiss. But Elvis might have just thought, well, it was just a peck. So do you see what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to say that this is Priscilla's words. We actually, the only way we can know if there was a deep, long, passionate kiss is if someone watched it happen. And I don't think I've ever seen anyone, even the Memphis Mafia, any members of Elvis's friends and family that were in Germany at the time that said they saw Elvis give Priscilla a long, deep, passionate kiss. So do you understand where I'm coming from, guys? And we could talk about this book all day long. Well, do you know what? I know what Nadia, I know what the Memphis Mafia have said, but they didn't say they saw it. They assumed it, but they didn't say they saw it. And this is what I'm trying to get at. Let me keep reading. We had a nightly ritual. Right, are we ready? Guys, I've had a lot of girlfriends. Yeah. This is when I was younger. Yeah. Before I got married, before when I was a DJ. And you would get girls that because they had a crush on you, yeah, that made more of it than it was. Yeah. So you give someone a look or a glance or a smile, and then too much is going on up here, and they would make more of it. It doesn't mean it happened. If it's all in their mind because they're infatuated or they think they're in love, doesn't mean it happened. Right, let me just read the next bit. We had a nightly ritual at about 10 or 11. Elvis would glance at me and look towards the stairs, then naively assume that nobody knew where I was headed. I would casually proceed to his bedroom where I'd lie on his bed waiting for him to appear. Sweetness, he would say, putting his arms around me. You're so pretty, honey. And then we'd kiss long, deep, and passionate. Now, we don't know that happened. This is my point. We do not know that happened. Now, loads of people are going to go, yeah, come on, of course it did. You know, oh, it's Elvis Presley. Ha, ha, ha. You know, well, it doesn't fit with the narrative because you think about it, guys. Priscilla has always said they never had sex. She has always said that. Even now she says it. It's even mentioned in her book. Well, if Elvis was so proud, not proud is the wrong word. If Elvis was the type of man that thought it was wrong to sleep with a girl so young, and he waited until the night of the wedding, so just before she turned 22, to have sex with her, then why is he going to do all these things when she's 14? It doesn't add up. What does add up to me is that they had a 2 to 4 month friendship in Germany, and Elvis would pour his heart out to her and talk about his mum and his future and his acting career and his worries about being forgotten, and that he loved her company. She was an American-speaking girl in Germany. She was obviously very pretty for a young girl and looked older than her years. But we don't know that anything that Priscilla has written actually happened. We have no eyewitnesses. Now, you'll get a witness that says they were in the house together. Yeah. Has anyone ever said they saw them go up to the bedroom? I put this to you guys. Has anyone ever said, any witnesses ever said, I know that Elvis Presley took Priscilla Presley to his bedroom in 1959? Has anyone ever read that? Stacey, that's exactly my point. It's just in here, isn't it? It's just in here. This was written 7 years after he died, and obviously there was a long period of that. They were divorced. So all of this could be rubbish. All of it. Shall I just pick any line? Let's have a look. Let me just make sure I'm not missing your comments. I like her telling Piers Morgan she was never told her friends in school that she was seeing Elvis. It is why she wore his army jacket around and hung it on her bedroom wall. Yeah, but even Mary, even that, did she ever have Elvis's jacket? Did she have it on her wall? I don't know. So Chloe says she's seen somewhere say where we met as friends, we leave as friends. But there were other people in the house. They would have seen them go to the bedroom together. But where's the proof? Nadia, where's the proof? I think it was Stacey that said to me, if anyone says anything on the live streams that isn't nice, say to them, where is the proof? And I say to you, Nadia, where is the proof? Right, Yvette, you know the thing about the waving from the airport? Well, someone sent me, now, I don't know how many of you know about this. Someone has sent me a message saying that it was all staged by the press. Priscilla waving at the aeroplane was staged by the press. And that if you look at the buildings behind Priscilla, they're in a different location than actually where he took off with his aeroplane. Have any of you heard this? Did you hear me? I'll say it again in case you're missing it, because I know you're all messaging each other. The thing where Priscilla waves to Elvis on the aeroplane and he looks back to give a wave, they're saying that where she stood waving was too far away from the aeroplane, and that the buildings behind her head were in a different location than where the aeroplane was. Has anyone heard this? Now, Yvette, I don't know if it's true. So someone actually sent me the pictures. Let me just see if they're on here. Someone sent it. You guys are sending me stuff all the time, right? But it does make sense that because the press had caught on to Priscilla, hadn't they? The press had figured out, oh, Priscilla's got a friendship with Elvis. She's been going to the house. Now, who sent, I'm just trying to see who sent it me. Let's have a look. They actually sent me the pictures. Let me just see if it's on here. You know, I get sent a lot of stuff, guys. I'll be honest with you, so much stuff. I don't know where to start. Right, let's have a look. It could have been Sue Shannon. Sue Shannon, are you on today? Let's have a look. Let's see if it comes up. The thing is, I get so much stuff sent to me. I don't know where to start. Right, let's have a look. No, it's not Sue. Let's try Deborah. Hi, Deborah, are you on at the moment? Because Deborah might have fallen asleep. No, it's not here. No, you might be able to Google it. So the thing to look out for is where she's waving. No, it's not on here either. Rose sends me a lot of stuff. Rose Finney. Rose, are you on tonight? Let's see if it's on here. Hi, Rose, by the way, if you watch this later. Because they actually sent me the pictures. It was the correct pictures at the distance that from the aeroplane where he turned around and waved, and it was the incorrect picture. Look, someone's even sent me the divorce decree. Who sent me that? Someone sent me the divorce decree. I didn't know. I get sent so much stuff, right? Let's just see what comes up with the divorce decree. Spotlight Spy. Yeah, we know. I did actually. Do you know what? I didn't know Spotlight Spy had the divorce decree. You know? Do you know? Let's have a look.
Made this 15th day of August, 1972, at Los Angeles, California, between Elvis Aaron Presley, hereinafter referred to as husband, and Priscilla Presley, hereinafter referred to as wife. The parties hereto contract with reference to the following facts. The parties are husband and wife and were married on May 1st, 1967 in Las Vegas, Nevada. There is one child the issue of said marriage, Lisa M. Presley, born February 1st, 1968. Husband's social security number is redacted. Wife's social security number is redacted. Unfortunate circumstances and unhappy differences.
So this is Spotlight Spy. It's a brilliant YouTube channel. Unfortunately, she doesn't post videos anymore, so I don't think she'll mind that I'm playing some of this. Let's just play a little bit more. I mean, it's 13 minutes long. I'm not going to play it all, but I think we can play some of it. It's the divorce decree. It says that they officially, on here I can see it says that they separated February the 23rd, 1972. So guys, nearer to 1971. So because people keep saying that they were together from when she was like 14 till she was 25 or something. It's just ridiculous. So they got, you think about it, guys, they got married in 67, May the 1st. We know that she was unfaithful in March 68, and then she had secretly was seeing Mike Stone for a year, I reckon around May 71, and then by February 72 they've separated. So the marriage wasn't long, guys, because if you go, really, I wouldn't even count 71 because she was secretly seeing Mike Stone. So you think about it, she married him 67, 68 she's been unfaithful. Then it sounds to me like they may have tried to make a go of it in 69 and 70. I would say by 1970 they're over. So their marriage I wouldn't even say lasted 3 years. Do you agree with that, guys? Yep, I know, Mary, I know about that. But what does he really mean by that? What does he really mean by that? When he says, I was seeing a little girl, which I think that was quite a common way to talk about a girlfriend in the 50s and 60s. But what does he, it's how you read into that, Mary, isn't it? Yeah. So Linda, yeah, I don't think they even lasted 3 years. People always say, oh, they were together 14 years, Elvis's ex-wife, 14 years together, 7 years non-married, and then 7 years they were married. It's just bullshit, isn't it? It's not true. Let's have a little listen more of the divorce decree.
Risen between the parties, by reason of which they have lived separate and apart since February 23rd, 1972, and by reason of which they intend to dissolve their marriage through a petition, therefore, to be filed by husband in the Los Angeles Superior Court. By the property settlement agreement, the parties wish to avoid unnecessary litigation and the emotional stress and expense which would accompany same, and to forever, finally, and completely settle their property interests as between themselves, their heirs, successors, and assigns, and all questions and controversies concerning their respective interests in each and every item of property owned by the parties, whether held as separate property, community property, or quasi-community property, on in joint tenancy or otherwise. Each party agrees not to request this property settlement agreement's incorporation into or merger as a part of an interlocutory judgment of dissolution. This agreement shall survive the execution and delivery by either of us of any and all instruments mentioned in it, and shall not depend for its effectiveness on the approval of a court, or be affected thereby. Any reconciliation of the parties shall not cancel, terminate, or modify the force or effect of any provision of this agreement, it being the express intention of the parties that this property settlement agreement can only be modified by an instrument in writing. Section 1. Community property. After a complete disclosure of all assets and sources of income, husband and wife agree that the community property of the parties is as follows. A single-family residence located at 1174 Hillcrest Road, Beverly Hills, California. A single-family residence located at 144 Monovale Drive, Los Angeles, California. A single-family residence located at 845 China Canyon Road, Palm Springs, California. A 1971 Mercedes-Benz automobile, identification number 021029. A 1969 Cadillac Eldorado automobile, Tennessee license number 1, S3988. A 1971 Harley-Davidson motorcycle, cash in various bank accounts. Section 2, Division of Community Property. A. As and for a full settlement of all right, title, and interest the wife may have in and to any property now in the name of the husband, or in the name of the husband jointly with others, including all community property set forth here and above in paragraph 1, the wife hereby agrees to accept as and for her full settlement of any community or quasi-community property rights she may have in said property, the following. 1. A 1971 Mercedes-Benz automobile, identification number 021029. 2. A 1969 Cadillac Eldorado automobile, Tennessee license number 1, S3988. 3. A 1971 Harley-Davidson motorcycle. 4. Cash in the sum of $100,000. $100,000. Said sum to be payable, $50,000. $50,000. Within 5 days of the execution of this property settlement agreement, and $50,000. $50,000 on or before August 20th, 1973. Initialed by EAP and Priscilla B. As and for a full settlement of all right, title, and interest the husband may have to any property now in the...
that's really, I personally think that's really interesting. I read it all before. I think this is the one that Rhonda read out on her channel. I think many of you have already listened to this. Now, someone mentioned that little did Elvis know that he got ripped off by a 14-year-old. But I see it like this. I see that he knew her for, 3-4 months in Germany, and he was quite lonely. Obviously, he was serving for the army, for his country. Yeah, they had some kind of connection, but he always knew in 1960 he was going back to America. He always knew he was going back to his life, to the Frank Sinatra show, the Coming Home special, and to do GI Blues. And he was going to make, I think, 3 albums with RCA Victor. He always knew he was going back to that life. And as soon as he started making GI Blues, I hear that he was seeing Juliet Prowse, his co-star. So it doesn't make any sense to me that whilst Elvis has gone back to America and he's massively famous again, he hasn't been forgotten. The world still loves him again. He's got a new image now where he's more family friendly. He's being accepted by all age groups. Yeah. So why is he pining for Priscilla? It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up that Elvis goes back to this fantastic life in his mansion, but he's pining for Priscilla, who is obviously, as far as I know, he doesn't speak to her for at least 2 years. Now, we are told that she's sending him letters very regularly that are in pink envelopes. She was also sending him 45-inch records. Yeah. This is what we're told. Yeah. So the question I ask is this. Was the reason that Elvis got back in contact with Priscilla after a couple of years of not seeing her when she was 16, 17, because she was persistent, because she kept writing the letters, sending the records, phone calls as well. I'd like to know, so Elvis is living this amazing life, this superstar, famous, most famous man in the world, most loved man in the world life. Now, what made Elvis go, oh, I'm going to phone up Priscilla when she was like more or less 17? I'm interested in the answer to that question. What do you think, guys? So let's have a look. Yeah. Thing is, do prenups work in America now? Do they even count for anything? Because they break them, don't they? Yep, I love June Junico, but that was 1950. 1966, wasn't it? It was before Anita Wood. And we know that when he went back to America, he was seeing, in 1960, he was still seeing Anita Wood, and he'd been seeing the secretary in the German house. So there was a secretary that he used in Germany, Stefaniak or something. So I'm very interested to know why, when Priscilla was around 17, 1962, why he went backwards. Because that's basically what he did. He went backwards. So I'm just trying to go through your comments. But I just think, this is what I think, guys, that she is able to rewrite history. She can say whatever she wants. I'll just pick any page. She can say anything she wants. I'll try a bit here now. We were standing face to face, staring into each other's eyes. I looked around the room and the room was empty. We were alone. I replied nervously. He moved closer, backing me against the wall. I mean, really alone. He whispered, will you come upstairs to my room? Okay. Obviously, Priscilla talking about Elvis. How do we know that happened? Honestly, guys, how do we know that happened? She says it happened. Now, how do I not know that if Elvis was with me now, sat next to me now, that he wouldn't point at that and go, that never happened? What is that? Let's have a look. Let's think of another book. Let's pick another page where she's saying something about Elvis. Right, okay, no. So like, I'm just trying a bit where she actually says, there we go. My biggest problem in those days was that Elvis and I never seemed to have enough time alone. People were always dropping by, standing around the living room, talking and laughing until Elvis came down from his room. As soon as he appeared, the room would become silent until he revealed his mood. No one, including myself, dared joke around unless he laughed, and then we would all laugh. Could you imagine that? So she basically is saying that everyone was like almost frozen, waiting to see Elvis. Then Elvis would walk down the stairs into the room, into the lounge, and everyone would look at him, wait to see what mood he's in. And then if he was in the right mood, everyone would start laughing. If he was in a sad mood, everyone would be like, oh, Elvis is sad. Does anyone believe that? It's like a horror film. It's like the Twilight Zone, isn't it? Seriously, guys. I think you can pick any part of this book and contradict it. I literally do. So here we go. The day before I was to leave for Germany, Elvis took me aside and said, baby, as much as I hate to say it, we're going to have to face it. Our time is up. I broke down and hung on to him tightly, burying my head in his chest. I'm not leaving. I said, sobbing. I'm not leaving. I'll call my parents. I'll say anything. Guys, we don't know that happened. We don't know that happened. I'm just trying to make a point to you guys. We don't know any of this happened. But the press around the world treat every word of this book like it is history, like it actually happened. And that ain't fair, because it was written 7 years after Elvis died. 4 of those, they weren't together. So a lot of this is done from memory. Yeah. And I'm just trying to say, Trump calls it fake news. I call it fake Elvis news. Fake Elvis news. Innit? Come on, guys. Do you know what? I've got an idea. I'm going to write a book. And I'm going to call it My Friend Elvis. My Friend Elvis. Louis me, my friend Elvis, and I'm going to do 10 chapters of me and Elvis in the 60s and 70s, and we were best mates, and all the different girls that we spent time with, and all the fun we had together. And who's going to disagree with me? I'm going to release the book. It's going to be a bestseller. I'm going to tell the best stories ever, the most interesting, exciting stories with lots of saucy details. Yeah? Lots of saucy details. Louis and Elvis out partying in America, in LA. Yeah? And Elvis is not alive. Elvis is dead. Elvis can't disagree with a word I say. Elvis can't say it's not true. He's dead. Do you see what I'm trying to say, guys? Anyone can write a book and say anything, and Elvis can't defend himself. It's ridiculous. And this is basically what has happened in this book, guys. That thousands of things have been said, and Elvis has not had a word to say about it. He's not been able to defend himself. He's not been able to say, yes, it did happen. No, it didn't happen. I'm telling you guys, I'm going to release a book, Louis and Elvis. Louis and Elvis, I'm going to make £1 million, and no one's going to disagree with me because Elvis can't disagree with me because he's not around. Okay? You see my point? And that is my point with this book. And any book that has been written, even the Memphis Mafia book, who really knows if any of it was true? You know, you've got the tell-all book, Elvis, What Happened? Who knows? Elvis wasn't there to go, that's wrong, that's incorrect, that never happened. So the whole world has been making money off Elvis Presley, writing books, doing documentaries, biographies, films, and Elvis has not been able to have one word of input in any of it. But it's accepted by the interviewers around the world, in every country. Anything said about Elvis could be true. You've even got all these different people that say they are the son of Elvis, the daughter of Elvis. Some of them are so ridiculous, and they're getting interviewed on primetime TV. That Elvis was my dad, male and female. They look nothing like him. They look nothing like Elvis. Like, hey, Elvis was my dad. And then you get there's the long dark-haired girl. I can't even remember her name. She's done her makeup to look like Elvis. Long black hair and tanned like that. And she sat with her mum getting interviewed. Oh, yes, you know, I knew Elvis in 1972 and Elvis was my father. You get what I'm saying, guys? It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Honestly, this is why we're called Defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth because it's so farcical. It's a farce. How many people are getting away with so many things? Like, even if you go on YouTube, there's a lot of people that do their own documentaries. Have you noticed that? These are just people at home. They piece together different videos. They piece together different pictures. And they piece it together. They sometimes narrate it themselves, or they use a robot voice. Because now you can have robot voices, can't you? That will narrate. You could be Chinese and have an American voice. You could be Indian and have an American voice going, hi there, you know, I'm from America. Yeah. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So people are making these documentaries. You don't know where they are. Yeah. They could be in Timbuktu, couldn't they? Yeah. And they piece it together, they release it on YouTube, and it's classed as an Elvis documentary, and they've made it their own story. They've narrated the storyline themselves. This is why we're called Defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth because it's so farcical how far people go to make up lies. That's that Prime TV documentary where you get all the women saying, oh yes, I needs to do a documentary. Do you see what I'm saying? This is all in my opinion, guys. It's silly. So I've changed my mind. I'm not going to write a book, Louis and Elvis. It's so funny. I'm just checking your comments. I've heard the Anne Margaret book is good, so I'm just checking. Now, Billy and Joe, if they made a book, I'd trust it, because at least they were there. So Linda says, the trouble is no one can really disprove anything she says, because all of the things she says will conveniently, by themselves, thought she could never get him alone. It's just, I wish I could do that. I wish, if I'm Priscilla Presley, and I'm being, because she gets offered interviews around the world, every country. They all ask the same questions. But she knows she can basically say what she wants. She can write the book. And they'll go, yeah. And this has happened with the Bridget Cruz auctions, where supposedly Bridget Cruz has items for sale, valuable Elvis items that are for sale from private collectors. And because Priscilla has put her name to these items, suddenly they have value. But it's the same thing, isn't it? It's just her making it up, her adding her name to something. And that's all this is. It's Priscilla adding her name to the words that are written in this book. So suddenly the whole world believes what's in this book. And then something like this happens, which just throws it out the park. So interesting, guys. Very interesting. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I found Elvis and me kind of distant, not very loving. I agree. Every time I defend myself, I get a bashing, and it doesn't help. I was too little now. I can't seem to verify what I saw in 1974 and 1977. Olivia Catherine. Olivia, what do you mean by that? I don't understand. I agree. Every time I defend myself, I get a bashing, and it doesn't help. I was too little, and now I can't seem to verify what I saw. Or what did you see in 1974 and 1977? I'm confused here. Right. Anne Margaret has never talked about their intimate relationship. She's truly loved Elvis and was loyal. It's Colleen, I think you're right. A lot of people have told me that Anne Margaret's book is really good. Now, there's a few. Do you know what? There's a few that are quite loyal. Now, the one that Shauna is interviewing tonight, wasn't she quite loyal? So Venus loved the book as well. Hi Venus. I think they had been on illegal drug use. They may have been sued. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Chilling in Canada. All right, sorry, Olivia. I had a connection to Elvis and his aunt. Yeah, I think, Olivia, haven't we spoke before? Tell us about your connection. Tell us. We're listening. We're up for it. Hi, Joy. Are you okay? She did say that Elvis came to her dressing room in Vegas and asked her to leave her husband, and he'd leave Priscilla because he loved. I've read about this, Joy. I've read about this. I've seen her say it in interviews. Thanks for that, Joy. Sonny admitted that the book was hyped to sell. Things in the book that wasn't true. Actual writer with a journalist from one of the tabloids, Sonny said he regretted the book being written. Well, I haven't seen Sonny do that. Hi, Shirley. Hope you're well. I haven't seen Sonny say that. I'd like to see that. But I do think they regretted it. I do. I think they took that to the grave, didn't they? And the bit I didn't like is that when they talk about the drugs, that had completely taken him over right at the end of his life. They don't say how unwell he was. They don't talk about his medical conditions that he had, severe chronic medical conditions with his colon and many other things. They just sort of say, I think they give the impression that he's just off his head, stoned. I think that's very unfair because he was a seriously unwell man. And the book, Destined to Die Young, clearly says that. Sally Holder's book. Yeah, Linda, I understand that. I do think he was betrayed by some of the Memphis Mafia. I really do. That's just my opinion. Yes, Joy, I know it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't think that should have ever been made. I do not like it where they reenact the when he died. Yeah. Horrible. And quite soon after he died. Yeah, it was just about money. Elvis would have hated that. I'd like to see that. Yeah, and I'll try and find it as well. That's true, Colleen. I'm looking forward to it. Seeing the autopsy report. Yeah, Joy, I agree. Every time it comes up on YouTube, I flick it off. I don't want to see it. I do not want to see all the detail. I think Joe Esposito was in it as well, wasn't he? It shouldn't have happened. Shouldn't have happened. It's very have you seen it, Nadia? I'll tell you what, it's cringing. It's cringing. Teresa, he was very, very, very sick, poor man. The more I learn about his illnesses, like Hidden Minds do a great video on his YouTube channel about how unwell he was. That's Renee. Yeah, Joe Esposito. I've seen it a few times. I don't like it. Red West taped his phone call. Yeah, and that should not have happened, Shirley. You don't tape your best friend's phone call, such a private, intimate phone call. That's not what friends do. So, Olivia, I lived with Elvis. Magnolia tended to me. Who's Magnolia? And then his aunt tended to me. But then there is too much trouble before, during, and after. But I have, left the family again, and there was always true. Oh, thanks, Olivia, for sharing that. That's very interesting. And who is Magnolia? Please let me know. What movie are you guys talking about? It's not really a movie. It's like Venus. They reenacted the day of his death. So before, what he did the night before, and then right up to the moment when he was found. Then they reenact what they did, when they tried to revive him, stuff like that, and who found him. And it looks to me like they actually used his original bedroom as well, his original, the upstairs of Graceland, to make this short. It's quite a short film. I would say it's under an hour, unless I've only seen a short version of it. It's very tasteless. Right, and this was done, I think, not long after he died, quite soon after he died. Elvis didn't mention colon issues until they were to let go. It was outlined in what seemed to be a transcript in a phone conversation. Right, okay, come on, that's enough. Right, calm down. My dogs, say hello. This is Ella. What's the matter? What's the matter? And Princess. It's all right. It's all right. Rio's home. Is it open, Rio? All right, my son's here. I'm just going to let him in quickly. You keep me in. Right, it's only Rio. It's only Rio. Right, don't worry. Relax. 16-year-old boy Rio is home. What time is it? Right. All right, that's enough. Come on. Shh. That's enough. Shh. Come on. Right, come here. That's a good dog. Now stop barking or I'm going to go mad. So Lowell Hayes is a nice old man. Had email correspondence with him. No Elvis jewelry. All right, yeah, I've done a few videos on the jeweler. What have I missed? The jeweler said that the ring on Ginger's finger wasn't an engagement. That wasn't told him to remove the stone. Yeah, I've watched a video about how they made that ring. So we've got hi Nicolette. If Joe and Ginger were in it, then it didn't pain them to reenact those horrible moments. Yes, I agree, Nicolette. Whose idea was it? It's like a terrible idea. So chilling in Canada, the colon issue until they were let go, it was outlined and what seemed to be a transcript if a phone conversation Red had with Elvis about the release of the book. I don't get it, because I always thought that Red West was one of the more genuine ones, but he messed up, didn't he, guys? He messed up. I personally think there was some jealousy there with the Memphis Mafia, because obviously Elvis was like the boss, the king, everything was, the good-looking one, the gifted one. He had it all, didn't he, Elvis? And I think there was some resentment, some jealousy that built up. Obviously, the money. People are always jealous of money. All right, you having some dinner. So that's my son, Rio. So, guys, I'm going to bring it to an end soon. We're over an hour now. So I'll go up and say goodnight to the kids. I believe a book, Elvis, What Happened? Even the portrayal. Hi, JD. Hurted Elvis. Could not harm his reputation. It's just added to his legend. We've got 28 people watching. Please subscribe, guys. It means so much to us that you become part of our family. JD seems like a new name. Hi, JD. Nice to meet you. You're welcome to our channel. We've got Team Elvis here, taking care of business. We're very welcoming to new people. Let us know where you're from. It's important everyone subscribes and you hit the notification bell so that when we go live, we can all come together at the same time. So, guys, don't be shy to introduce yourselves. We're very friendly. We had a great day today. I'm chuffed today because we had Shauna of her channel join us on our live. And any Elvis channels, you are very welcome to join our live streams. We're very friendly and we love Elvis channels. So I wonder who else we can get to join us. Shauna was so friendly. And I know a lot of you guys really like Shauna, don't you? So it's all good. JD's in Australia. Hi, nice to meet you, JD. I'm in Southwest UK, near Bristol. Do any of you guys want to tell JD where you're from? Welcome, JD, to our little family. Nadia from Switzerland. I like Nadia. Shauna was really good. We did a live tonight, British time. I think it was around 6 p.m. And she joined in with everyone. She was fun. She was having a bit of a joke with Nadia. Wasn't she, Nadia? So we got Deborah in Missouri, Stacy in Alabama, Colleen in Massachusetts. We are worldwide. We are a worldwide live stream beaming from Southwest UK. We have Teen Elvis taking care of business. Yes, she was. She was brilliant, guys. I went through all the comments because at the time I couldn't read them, but I came home and read them. So Olivia is in Knoxville, Tennessee. Shirley is in Florida. Do you know what? Jerry Schilling, I know he's a great guy. He was the handsome one. He knew Elvis when he met Elvis when he was about 13, was he? But I do think he was too close to Priscilla. I will throw that in, Patricia. I hope it doesn't upset you. Going to Gallingberg this weekend and Dollywood again. Cool. Dollywood. I'd love to go Dollywood, Joy. I love Dolly Parton. She's amazing. Anyway, guys, I'm going to call it a night. I've got a big day tomorrow. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed, thinking everything's going to be fine. I'm very positive. So thanks to all of you. Thanks to Team Elvis. Thanks to any new people that join our channel. Please subscribe. It's so important to us. Don't forget, we do the phone lives. Now, the phone lives do get literally 50,000 views when we do them. They're amazing. So please join in with the phone lives. Please join. They're very interesting. We get a lot of new people coming in on the phone lives. Now, these wide lives that we do are much more personal, much more intimate. We can chat to each other, get to know each other, which is why I think they're so important. I try and do at least 2 a day of the wide lives, and I'm trying to do 2 a day of the phone lives. So the channel is growing much faster than we thought it was going to. So we're so happy. We don't take it for granted. We love the fact that this channel is becoming popular. It means so much, not just to me, to all of us, our little family. It really does mean a lot. So thanks, guys. I'm going to let you carry on commenting. And all of you, thank you so much. I'm sending you love. You know I appreciate you. And you all mean so much to me. I love my family. I'm a very lucky guy. So thanks, guys. We'll be back for more action tomorrow. Take care. Sending you love.